Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful.
We have power to prosecute, to go to court. We have power to convict people. Those people who are doing bad, if you let us know, we'll take care of them.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
It's a very important tool needed to save lives in an event of fire accident. This handheld cylindrical product, as important as it is missing in most houses, offices, religious centers, among others where people live, work, or engage in other human activities. We will tell you why most people do not have a fire extinguisher in their homes and offices, plus all you need to know about this valuable property. Members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm urged to be professional and thorough in their reportage to build an informed society that will guarantee Nigeria's socio-economic prosperity. I bring you greetings from the Director General and Management of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. The program you're watching is Standard and You, your guide to product quality and safety. Ifeyiwa Okonkwo is my name, and I welcome you to another half-hour focus on product quality and safety on television.
I wish to enjoin the Sun Director General and his team to further roll up their sleeves to mobilize Nigerians across the nation to imbibe the culture of quality.
Welcome back, and thanks for joining us on the program. Do not forget, 6:30 p.m. is our transmission time on this station. The Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Malam Farouk Salim, has asked members of the pen profession to be objective in their reportage. The DGSON gave this advice in an interactive forum with representatives of some media organizations in Abuja. Standard and You was there.
As an organization, we know the weight of our responsibility. And it's a job of the journalist to be our vanguards and to keep us on our toes too. With a click of a phone or a computer, millions of people will see what you write. If the standard organization does good and you report it as doing good, the president down will see that the standard organization is doing good. If the bad things happen for any reason in our organization and somebody jumps on it and amplifies it, everybody else will forget the other good things we do. They will only see the negatives that the organization is doing. We expect you to give us more cooperation. We expect to work together and become a beacon of quality, standards, enforcement for this country.
That was the SON boss addressing some members of the Fourth Estate of the Realm in Lagos. Barely few days after that meeting, the DGSON and some top members of management of the agency had audience with another set of journalists in Abuja. The DG's message to the press was simple. You must take into cognizance the unity of the country as well as the interest of consumers of goods. Malam Farouk Salim, who acknowledged the role of the media to building a strong and united nation, urged gentlemen of the press not to be biased in the coverage of events. The SON's chief executive thanked members of the press for their effective coverage of the agency's activities through the years. This, he noted, has contributed to repositioning the SON as a reputable brand. The DG wants the media to be thorough and understand some of the activities of the SON, which he explained are technical, so as to enable them disseminate such effectively. According to the DG, it's imperative for the media to understand the operations of the agency to help consumers make sense of the mandate of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. While fielding questions from journalists, the SON boss took time to provide insights into some of the milestones attained by the SON under his watch. He told his guests that the SON enjoys cordial relations with other sister agencies. Salim disclosed that several state governments have allocated pieces of land to the agency to establish in their states. Directors of legal services, product certification, operations, procurement, and finance and administration made paper presentations at the event. The chairman of Commerce and Industry Correspondents of Nigeria, Abuja branch, Frederick Idehal, commended the agency for the opportunity afforded journalists to understand and appreciate activities of the SON. The theme of the workshop was improved synergy to promote standardization.
I want a situation where in the future, when you see a son person, either in your market or in your shop or on the street, you bring him close to you and say, "Welcome, come here, let's talk." Because it's your brother, it's your friend. But I cannot be your brother if you don't know I'm interested in protecting you. Like they say, "Onyewete son, weterando."
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
The program you're watching is Standard and You. It is an important product needed in every home, office, and markets. It's the fire extinguisher. Do you have one in your house or office? Do you think you have a need to place one around your house? How many of us are even aware that fire extinguisher is a must-have in our homes, offices, and markets? Standard and You takes a look at this all-important product and its benefit to humanity. Please take a listen.
It's an established fact today that there is hardly a home where you won't find mobile phones. This is because it's an important tool for communication, a must-have that many cannot do without. Electronics such as television, music sets, fan or air conditioner are also some equipment that you will find in every home. All these are valuables dear to mankind and have become necessary properties virtually everyone cherish and take time to maintain. Many go as far as insuring these items in the event of fire or any accident to secure replacement when these goods are damaged. Investigations revealed that fire is one sure way through which these valuables can be destroyed. Whether domestic or industrial fire, it starts small, and when not controlled and put out, it escalates to become an inferno that destroys valuables worth millions of naira and sometimes lives. Because of the imperfection of man, fire outbreaks have become inevitable, thereby making the fire extinguisher a must-have in our homes, offices, places of worship, among others.
Do you have a fire extinguisher in your house or in your workplace?
I have in my workplace, I have in my house.
Well, at the workplace, yes, but in the house, no. Since we have it inside the car, to be frank, I've never used it before.
I will call on the firefighters.
Yeah, we have in the workplace, but I don't have at home.
We don't have. Our landlord did not install one. And I don't know why. Maybe nobody has worried him to install one. Or maybe because generally Nigerians are not conscious about that aspect of, personal security. You understand?
I only have in my car, but I don't have in my house. It's because that it's a public house. It's not my private house.
The level of ignorance and disregard expressed by these respondents is the reason for low acceptance of the device as an important tool to fight fire. Surprisingly, whenever there is a fire at home or even in a car, the first thing that comes to the mind of those affected is to reach out for an extinguisher even before putting a call to the professional firefighters.
In my presence, something was fuming from somebody's car. So he was running everywhere to, seek for a person that we, give him that fire extinguisher because he had none. Nobody. Before you know it, the whole vehicle, burnt.
It happens to my neighbor, my next neighbor own. So, and they are not around. I'm the one who quenched the fire with omo and water. So once I pour them, the whole thing just went off.
This handheld cylindrical pressure vessel is an important tool to extinguish or control small fire in an emergency before it escalates. Like your mobile phones or personal electronics you have at home, the fire extinguisher is a must-have.
I cannot say that it's not okay. It's okay for us to do the needful. In case of any emergency, we use it to quench fire. But this time around, Nigerians are confused. Many of them, the hunger, poverty, they don't think the other way around again.
What is the essence of eating and destroying that life? You are properly enlightened and you know exactly how destructive fire can be. You prefer to prevent fire than even eat. It is very necessary. In fact, I was thinking of discussing with a colleague at road safety. Maybe you can take me through how to use it. It's very important.
It's supposed to be something that you have at home, but we just didn't take note of that.
I see fire extinguisher as a first aid. What you can quickly handle when fire arrives.
The fire extinguisher is of different types and comes in various sizes.
We have portable sizes ranging from 1 kg for cars. We have like 2 kg for utility vehicles and buses. We have like 3 kg, 5 kg, 6 kg portable fire extinguishers in the various categories.
The chemical content is different depending on the kind of fire.
There are different classes of fire. The classes of fire, we have the class A. The class A is the organic solids. These organic solids are paper, textiles like clothing. You have wood, coal. These are organic solids. That is the class A fire. The class B fire is the flammable liquids. These flammable liquids are like the petrol, the solvents, the oils. These are flammable liquids, class B. The class C fire are the flammable gases. You have the gases like the butane, propane, acetylene. And then we have the class D. The class D fire are the metals. You have the aluminum, you have the magnesium. These are class D, metals. Class E would have been for the electrical, but it's not named. It is named as electrical fire, not as class E. Then we have the class F and the class K, which is called the high temperature fats. These burn at very high temperature.
Placement of the device is of importance to the consumer and must be appropriately placed at a visible, accessible point and kept away from the fire source. It must be placed on the wall and not on the ground.
There must be a routine check every 6 months to find out if there is annual leakage, to find out if it has been tampered, to make sure that it is in good working condition. You can get fire extinguisher ranging from between 3,000 and 10,000, and there are some from 8,000 to 20,000, depends on what you want. But I can assure you that there are fire extinguishers meant and affordable to suit your need.
Despite consumers' apathy for the product, there are some dealers who smuggle used fire extinguisher into the country. These dealers, by their action, expose consumers to greater danger, considering the fact that these fire extinguishers contain dangerous chemicals and substances.
SON has put in measures, excellent effective measures in place to ensure that imported fire extinguishers conform to requirements. SON has put in the scheme we call SONCAP, Standards Organization of Nigeria Conformity Assessment Program, SONCAP. So for any importer to bring in any fire extinguisher, the country of origin, he will source the IAF
IAF means International Accredited Firms. We have some international accredited firms that are in every country. So wherever country you are importing from, you meet them, they will sample and test your product. After test, the result of the test, if it passes, before they will issue the SONCAP certificate. And when that SONCAP certificate is issued, it is transmitted down to Nigeria. So the custom, SON, and all stakeholders have access to that certificate. So with that, we are able to eliminate faking, because that document, that certificate is transmitted, all have access. Then when you now bring in the consignment of the fire extinguisher, you pay the custom duty, and then it's cleared. So with this that SON has put in place, we're able to mitigate faking of imported fire extinguisher, because without that SONCAP certificate, you cannot bring in any fire extinguisher into the country. If they are able to cut corners and find it smuggled into the country, we have a very good, beautiful department. They are all over, monitoring and enforcing. So if they move around monitoring and they are able to detect any fire extinguisher that is not adequately labeled, or the composition was tested, because we also carry our tests here in SON. We test and it doesn't conform, it is confiscated. As it is confiscated, we confirm again, we do another secondary test to confirm again that it is truly fake or substandard. It is destroyed.
This development has remained a source of worry to genuine and registered dealers on the product, as well as relevant government agencies like the Standards Organization of Nigeria.
We have the National Orientation Agency, we have the media houses. You understand me? They can do simple jingles to enlighten the public. It's not only paid adverts that are supposed to be run on television. You understand me? You need to do some jingles, some enlightenment, activities that will tell people what to do in case this happen and things of that nature. It's not only fire extinguisher. There are a lot of people that have fire extinguisher in their houses. They are expired. You understand what I'm saying? Because all they know is that put a fire extinguisher in your house. They don't even know how to use it. They don't know how it works. They don't know how to use it. But they say you must have it. Then they have it in their houses. FRSC will say you must have it in your car. They'll have it.
Any extinguisher that you're buying, don't buy a second-hand extinguisher. It's not advisable, because you might think it's going to do something and it's doing another thing. It will cause you more harm. So it's advisable you buy brand new extinguisher, buy it from the store, because right now we don't have the 100% perfect extinguisher which comes from England. So every other people, neighboring countries have started doing extinguisher. Even Nigeria, we do our own extinguisher. It is not assured that it can fight every fire. But if you need to get an extinguisher, you want to know the originality, go to a shop that you can go back tomorrow, if it does not work for you, until proper measures are being taken about the extinguisher.
The fire extinguisher is easy to use, and people must be acquainted with fire drill from time to time.
I beg, when there is fire, don't panic. Make sure you get the extinguisher in your house or in your office or in the factory where you dey. When you see any fire, you rush, go there. Gently remove them from the hanger, because it must always be at the hanger. Remove them. As you remove them, bring them, calm down, that place where fire they burn. What you do is to simply, gently remove the safety pin. This is what they call safety pin. I don't remove them. Then, this is this discharge hose. Then, check at that place where fire they burn. Then you squeeze. If you continue, you squeeze.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria says it's committed to working with stakeholders to stand the tide of substandard fire extinguishers in the country.
Wow, Chief Mike, how are you? Fine. I'm going to SON office for the certification of my wheat flour.
Oh no, things have changed. SON has simplified all its activities. You could have even stayed back in Kano and processed all your papers online. Whoa.
With the efforts of Sun, the products of SMEs can now compete globally. Sun has put in place necessary machineries in support of the growth of SMEs. At highly subsidized charges, SMEs can now get their certification, laboratory testing of their products, as well as purchase of standards. Meanwhile, Sun is carrying out massive seizure of substandard goods in the market and have gotten legal backing to prosecute offenders, all to protect consumers and SMEs. Sun, improving life through standards.
What do you do when you are dissatisfied with a product? Do you keep it to yourself or tell others about it? Do you keep buying or stop patronizing? Do you express happiness or disappointment? Consumer satisfaction is the fulfillment consumers derive from a product. In other words, it's how happy consumers are with a purchase, and this is based on whether their need is met effortlessly in a convenient way that makes them loyal to the product. It's true that businesses need money to survive. To make profits, businesses need customers. Ideally, when these customers are happy, they tell their friends about the product and keep coming back. Only businesses with focus on consumer satisfaction will thrive. So, you see, consumer satisfaction is key to the survival of a business. If you want to succeed in your business, you must make consumer satisfaction a priority by complying with the available product standard, which guarantee product quality and safety. Standards Organization of Nigeria recognizes that the consumer is king, and it's our mission to promote consumers' confidence and global competitiveness of Nigerian products through standardization and quality assurance. We will not only protect Nigerians from fake and substandard products, but also help consumers get value for their money. That is all we can take today on today's edition of the program Standard and You. Thanks for being a part of the program. You can send in your messages to the number 070-5972-4455. Follow us on any of our social media platforms, and do not forget that you can watch the program online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Join us next week, same time, same station, as we bring you another interesting edition of the program Standard and You. Until then, it's bye for now.
Why you dey buy fake product? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life.